Today, we are going to begin first with our meditation. Are you ready for it? I think many people have meditated before, right? So if you are able to switch on your camera, maybe I can see you as well, your interactions, and it would be great, like not to have only one way to communicate, like one direction, but if you can switch on your camera. Anyone who never meditated before, like this is your first time? I don't think so. I think everyone have meditated before, right? Okay, so today I'm gonna guide you. Meditation is gonna be very similar to what you have been doing. Okay, and just follow my guide and relax and enjoy the meditation on this Sunday. Okay, so it's gonna be great. So, and we're gonna be ready for our uh, upcoming week. All right. So now I'd like you to adjust your sitting posture. Allow yourself to feel relaxed and close your eyelids very softly and gently. Close your eyes softly and gently. And breathe in and out, long, softly, slowly, few times. Every time that you breathe in, your body feels freshness and positive energy from surroundings. And every time that you breathe out, release and let go of everything from your mind. Breathe in and out several times. And feel more relaxed. From the top of your head down to your toes. I would like you to relax all your muscles. We shall scan our whole body and relax the muscles of our forehead, the muscles of our chin and our chin. Feel the flow of relaxation spreading to our neck, both of our shoulders, both of our arms, our hands, down to our fingertips. Relax the muscles of our torso. Release tension and allow all the muscles to decompress. The muscles of our chest, back, our stomach, our hips, our thighs, our knees, down to our feet, to the tips of our toes, until you are feeling completely relaxed in every part of the body. Once you are more relaxed, I would like you to bring your mind inside your body. Normally, the mind may travel and go anywhere, but we try to keep our minds in the perimeter of the body. I would like you to begin breathing in and out and maintain your the awareness of your breath so that you know now you're breathing in. You are aware when you're breathing out just by staying with the breath. We primarily make sure that the mind will not stay somewhere else, but will remain inside of the body. Keep breathing naturally and stay with the breath the whole time. If you've been practicing meditation regularly, this will be quite smooth. But if you still have some distractions or your mind wanders somewhere else, all you have to do is returning to the breath again and again. So step number one is to have our minds inside the body. And when you are breathing slowly and deeply, you naturally reduce the speed of your thoughts, and you are able to feel that now the mind is quite ready to stay still. So step number two, we are going to gather our awareness, our attention, and have them at one point at the center of the body. And if you are taking one more deep breath, you can feel the center of the body at the turning point of your breath. In the middle of your stomach. The softer the breath becomes, the longer your mind can remain inside of your body. I'd like you to observe this feeling when your breath is arriving and touching the center of your body. It's gonna be similar to when a bird feather floating down from the sky and finally land up on a calm water surface without disturbing the calmness of the water surface. That is how we're gonna lay our mind at the center of the body. We're gonna maintain the mind as long as we can, as soft, as gentle as we can. It might not be very easy if the mind still contains distractions, but all you have to do is to keep bringing your mind back to the center of the body again and again. The softer you can lay your mind down, the longer it will remain still, as if there is super glue being applied between your mind and your center. There might be some resistance, or the mind might be bouncing back. That is very natural. Don't worry about it so much. You may keep bringing the mind back and let it touch the center softly, gently, again and again. And while we wait for our minds to become completely motionless, we can repeat a mantra quietly. Allow the voice of the mantra to expand from the center of the body. Samma arahang, samma arahang. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. Do not just listen to my voice. The mantra is going to be more effective when you repeat on your own in your mind. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. The mantra is like a lullaby for the mind. Now that the mind is inside of our body, it feels like home, as if the mind has returned to its home. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. While you are repeating the mantra, maintain a continuous awareness of the center of the body. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. And at some point, you may come to a moment that you feel the mantra isn't very useful anymore. And you don't need to repeat it anymore. Just remain with the awareness of the center of your body. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. And now that your mind is remaining inside of the body, at the center of the body, we are going to make sure that it won't be distracted too easily. You may visualize an image of something you're familiar with, like the sun, the full moon, a bubble, a water drop, a crystal ball, or even a Buddha image. We visualize one image in the mind so that we know immediately when the mind is being distracted or want to run away from staying still. Do not pay too much attention on how clear it is. Just feel satisfied with anything that you can come up with as the first image in the mind. Even though the image looks like it is behind the cloud, we can still feel satisfied because the purpose is not to see a clear and beautiful image, but rather to have a landmark for the mind to observe, so that our mind can stay still with one thought or one image, rather than to be distracted too easily. However, We're not gonna put too much attention. That's gonna cause some tension and doesn't make us feel comfortable while visualizing. And we try to maintain the attention right, not too little, and we may fall asleep or we may feel easily distracted, and not too much that we feel uncomfortable. Find a balance, something that you can feel content, that you can have the image, you can maintain the comfort. You repeat the mantra while visualizing the image. So that the mind has only one image and one word that matter at the moment. Samma Arahang. 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 The goal of every meditation session is to be able to stay still, preferably at the center of the body. It can also be somewhere else you feel comfortable. Staying still at the center will reconnect you with the source of inner purity. You let the mind absorb the inner purity and purify the content of our minds. Where we let you dwell in the ocean of inner peace in the sea of serenity or in the space of tranquility for a while. Now I would like you to imagine that you expand your peace energy, spread it down and deliver it to people around you as if you are sending them your gift to everyone, regardless of who they are, where they live, what they do, with the message that you want them to be happy, that you want them to be free from all kinds of dangers that surround, that you want all of them to feel the inner peace that you are sharing. You are spreading your love, your kindness your peace energy to all living beings, to all animals, insects that you can see, and many that you don't, that are in the sky, on earth, under the ground, in the sea, deep in the ocean, and you want all of them to be happy. May all of them be free from sadness and all kinds of danger. May everyone in the world live in harmony with no fight, no conflict, no violence, and no war. Ultimately, may peace prevail on earth. And now, our meditation session is coming to an end. You may begin breathing in and out, long, softly, slowly. Breathe in and out. Feel the environment, everyone and everything around you. Feel every part of your body. And once you feel you are ready, you may softly, slowly open your eyes while I'm giving you my blessing. Sapphe Buddha Palapatta Pacchekanan Phalang Arahantanan Chate Chenrakang Pantami Sappha So Te Athalatha Sukhita Virunha Buddha Sasane Aroka Sukhita Hota Saha Sapphe Hiyatipi Sappa Buddha Nupa Vena Sappa Dhamma Nupa Vena Sappa Sankha Nupa Vena Sattha Soti Havantu Te. May all your wishes be fulfilled. Sapphe Purentu Sankappa. May all of your dreams become true. Janho Panaraso Yatha, like the full moon, the darkest night. Manicho Tiratso Yatha, or similar to a flawless crystal sphere. So how was your meditation? Did you feel relaxed? Anyone?
Yes, I feel very relaxed. Yes, thank you ค่ะ
I think some 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 of the meditators are still meditating, and that's a good sign. It's okay if you don't want to open your eyes, because sometimes when you have good meditation and you want to continue, um, that's like you got a special gift on that day. And sometimes that doesn't come every day. So if some sessions you prefer to sit longer, um, then please do so, and that's gonna be very rewarding. Okay, don't be constrained by the time. Time is it shouldn't be like the major concern when you meditate. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the session today.
Yes, yes, we did ค่ะ Yes.
Okay, so I guess I should be conducting some talk, or maybe if you want to have any questions.
We will have
Not yet.
Q&A session after you give us the summary.
Okay, all right. Okay, so just a moment. I will switch. I will do some switching a bit. Okay. All right. Um, okay, so today we're gonna talk about the Noble Eightfold Path. Have you ever heard before the Noble Eightfold Path, anyone? Or if this is your first time, you never listened to the Noble Eightfold Path before, would you raise your hands? You never listened to this topic before? I think many of us has listened to this topic before, but I like to point out that there are some very interesting aspect of it. Okay, for example, if we talk about this topic, okay, so I need to change some configuration. Let me. I don't know why it's blur. Kind of blur my background. Okay, let me. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, I got it now. All right. So, from this topic, the Noble Eightfold Path, and this is usually the picture that we see, right? That everything begins with the right view, and if you have the right view, then you're gonna have right thinking, and when you have the right thinking, you have the right speech. When you have the right speech, you have the right actions, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Today, I like to explain this sequence, but not in the typical clockwise order. Okay, so I'm gonna explain first the right concentration, and then the right mindfulness. Because if you would like to have right concentration or the meditation, you want to have good meditation, then you need to have right mindfulness. So what is this right mindfulness about? Okay, very easy. The word mindfulness means that your mind is within yourself and not without. Okay? If your mind is without yourself, then that is not mindfulness. Okay, so the word sati means that you are able to keep your mind within yourself. Let me ask you a question. Is your mind within yourself? How do we know? Suppose that we get angry at someone, okay? And you get angry at someone. Is your mind with yourself or that person's face? It is not with yourself, right? It's with the person's face that you want to actually, if you get angry too much, you want to punch the person right to the face. I'm sorry, this is not, no violence here. Okay, yeah, let me try to remove that light. Okay. Okay. Not all of that is not removed today. So, okay, don't worry, no worry. It seems that in our life, there are many things that try to push our mind and keep it outside of ourselves. Like what I explained to you, if your mind is, if you get angry with someone, if you get angry at someone, you're gonna keep thinking about the person, and your mind is not within yourself, right? So if you want to have right concentration, then you need to have right mindfulness. It means that if your mind doesn't stay within yourself the whole time, the whole day, or many times in a day, it's not going to be very easy to keep it completely still at the center of your body or inside of your body. Can you maybe follow if I explain it this way? Because today or normally you're gonna see this one from the right view to the right thoughts, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. But if you think about it this way, sometimes it's gonna be as well easier to explain that the other way around. So in order to have right concentration or right meditation here, then we're gonna need to have right mindfulness, like what I explained to you. Your mind within yourself is mindfulness. Your mind is without is not mindfulness. Okay. So if you want to have right mindfulness, what you need is the right effort, right? What exactly is the right effort? Very simple. Look at this picture. Okay. What you see are two persons, right? These two people, they live in their own world. They live in their own world. It's like they keep kind of blaming each other, right? The girl say, yeah, he's so stupid. And the boy say, she's the meanest person I ever met. So you can say that these two people, they are self-centered. And somehow the mind of a self-focusing, a self-centered person doesn't stay with themselves. Can you follow to this point? Yeah. All right. The word self-centered person, a self-centered person doesn't have the mind within themselves. So we thought, yeah, the word self-centered, the mind should be at the center. No, not at all. The mind of a self-centered person stay with other people. Okay, so instead of being able to keep it with ourselves, we tend to keep with other people because we keep blaming other people for a self-centered person. Okay, so right effort means if any problem arises, you try to fix yourself first and not try to blame other people. You have the right effort. But if any problem arises and you try to fix other people, this is not the right effort. It's a wrong effort. It's like this picture, you know, inflate other people's fault and minimize our own fault, or inflate our own virtue and blame other people. This is wrong effort. Okay, so if you don't have right effort, you're not going to have right mindfulness. Your mind is not within yourself. But if you have the mindset that for whatever problems that happen to yourself, to your life, you're going to fix yourself first. You have the right effort. Okay. All right. So now we actually learn this Noble Eightfold Path by trying to see what is the cause of concentration. Then if you want to have the right concentration, you need to have right mindfulness, right? And if you want to have right mindfulness, then you need to have right effort. Okay, very easy, right? Then the next one, right livelihood will lead to right effort. What is this livelihood about? Okay, so let me explain. Well, people thought that right livelihood is about, not following some career or occupations, like you're not going to sell weapons or you're not going to sell drugs or anything like that. So this is, well, from the text, right livelihood. But in fact, right livelihood can also be related to us as well, because I'm pretty sure that no one here is selling drugs, right? Anyone who is selling drugs here? No? Anyone who's selling weapons? So does it mean that we are not related to wrong livelihood at all and we have the right livelihood? Not too soon, okay? Right livelihood means that, well, when you work, you are able to be very friendly with your colleague. Yeah. You have nice colleague, you actually work with them with no problem. Because if you have problems with your colleague or on your workplace, your mind is with who? Your mind is not with you, right? Your mind is with other people, correct? Okay. Or it's quite a huge blessing not to have a boss like this, perhaps. But right livelihood also means that when you are working on something, like you are assigned with a task, like your boss actually wants you to deliver a document, very important document, and this is how you deliver it. You make it so well in a way that when you deliver to your boss, he has no complaint. There's no spelling error. Your customers do not have any complaint about your work, right? But what if you're doing some work and then when you deliver to your boss says, hey, you make hundreds of spelling mistakes. That is not right livelihood, right? You make too many errors, okay? So right livelihood means that you're doing something so well, no error, so neatly. Yeah, so you can look at this picture, right? This picture is about a workplace that requires some tools, and then after everything is done, you actually put everything in order. Don't you think that this is a very good person to work with? Isn't it a blessing to have a colleague like this? If you actually come across anyone who are very neat in organizing their work and deliver them so well, Don't you want to hire such a person and hire them to work in your company, your workplace, right? You probably um, don't hesitate to grab the person and say, hey, work for me because your work is so well. That is right livelihood, right? And not only that, the workplace is so clean, right? This is right livelihood. The workplace is so clean and not like this. If your colleagues, or maybe you, anyone here who have the workplace like this, raise your hand. Is this your desk? Anyone? Is this your desk?
Sometimes.
A little messy, right? So if you are unable to organize your desk, you are as well unable to organize very well your own mind. Okay? So because actually things around you represents the content of your own mind. And if you are not able to organize everything nicely, orderly, eventually you probably need to come back to fixing yourself first. Otherwise, it's the nature of people who don't not organize their life to actually blame other people. So this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen if you don't have right livelihood. Okay, if you don't work so well, if you don't organize your work, if you don't deliver the best, this is gonna happen. It's not my fault. It's your fault. It's not my errors. It's yours. Okay. The company's problem is not my problems. It's everyone else's problems. This is gonna happen for those who do not focus on fixing themselves, fixing their work. And that's the meaning of the word right livelihood. And now you can see that here, in order to have right effort, okay, right effort
อันนี้
means
location ลงโพสต์แต่ละ
you fix yourself, right? You need to have right livelihood. It starts with your work. If you can't fix your work, you're gonna, keep blaming other people. Or those who do not care about their work and do not make them the best will blame other people. Very easy, right? And right effort will lead to right mindfulness. Means that your mind is gonna stay within yourself. And if you keep blaming other people, your mind is without. Okay, and if you don't have right mindfulness, you don't have right meditation. So if you want to improve your meditation, this is where you begin. Okay, you want to have anyone who wants to have better meditation? You want to have better meditation, right? Good meditation. Dhammakayas. Okay, we talk about Dhammakayas. We talk about good meditation. We want to improve our meditation. We're not going to improve our meditation if we do not improve how we work. As the master nun, anyone who doesn't know the master nun, we all know about her, right? The master nun Chandra. You know master nun? Yeah. She said that if your work you can't get them nice, organized, orderly, on time, and neatly done, deliver so well, your meditation is not going to be successful. It begins with something common to your life. Okay, so right livelihood is very important here. Because you spend 8 hours working, okay, and you spend 2 hours or maybe 1 hour meditating, right? Anyone who meditate many hours, we normally spend more time in working in our career, right? We have to work a lot. So then, if you want to have livelihood, then it begins with right action. What is right action? Okay, very simple. Yourself happy, but troubles other, don't do it. Okay, troubles yourself, others happy, don't do it. trouble yourself, trouble others? No, actually, it should be don't do it. It's not correct here. And yourself happy, others happy, then do it. Okay, so you should have proper justification on what you do in your life, whether it's gonna disturb other people and it's gonna make yourself happy, um, or everyone else happy and not yourself. This is something that people who never reflect on their life, on what they do, will never be able to understand that every little action matters. Okay, so this is what we need to do. We need to have proper reflection. What do we do in the whole day, and what kind of actions that will disturb other people, and that is called right actions. So I'm gonna explain the rest together because they are pretty much related. Okay, so the right speech is also the same, that you are able to as well understand that your speech will also have consequences. So it should not be a lie, but it should be the truth, and it should be endearing and useful and with good intention. And even though you have something that is true, endearing, useful, and you have good intention in saying it, you also need to say in appropriately, in an appropriate time and space as well. So this is called right speech. Okay, and the right speech comes from right thinking. Right thinking is when you are able to put yourself in other people's shoes. All right. And that comes from the right view. The right view means that you are able to see the world with no bias, with no prejudice. You are able to see the world according to what it is. Whether they're good, then you see good. They're not good, you see them, not good. And it is gonna happen like that only when you wear clean glasses. If you have clean glasses, like Ajahn Kritik here, you can see her smiling and her glasses are pretty clean, right? But if you have dirty glasses, the pictures of the world that you see are not gonna be clean. It's gonna be dirty, and it's not gonna be good, right? Because you're not gonna see the world according to what it is. Okay, so basically now here we come back to this picture again, right? Oops, this one. Okay, if you want to have right actions, then you need to begin with right speech. Why? Because here these three are related. If you don't have anything in your mind at all, you're not going to say them. But if you have been thinking about something for many days, eventually you're going to say them. It means that the content in your mind will be very much related to what you will say, right? If you actually been very obsessive with something so much, you keep talking about them, you keep talking to other people. But if you don't care about something at all, you're not going to say about that thing, right? So that's how right speech come after right thoughts. And if you keep saying something too many times, you start doing them, right? That's why right actions come after right speech, and right actions will lead to right attitude. Okay? And then here comes the first one, right view. How do we make it happen? How do we create right view? We can create the right view by concentration. And you say, come on, this is a loop. This is not fair. I thought you're going to actually review something that is eye-opening, that probably unlock, okay, now I'm going to have the right view eventually, or finally I'm going to have the right view. Well, you have the right view according to the Four Noble Truths. Here, this picture, the Four Noble Truths. Okay, so I didn't actually intend to bring this topic because it's gonna be very complicated. But you know, we actually, if we are able to agree that life is full of suffering, then we're gonna come back. We're gonna be able to find the second truth. But if not, oh, life is beautiful, no suffering at all. Many people will think about it like this. They actually thought that life is beautiful, that their life doesn't have any suffering at all, right? Anyone here? Oh, my life, I don't have suffering. I'm okay, even though I have some wrinkles on my face. I'm not gonna be worried about them. Anyone? If you have a wrinkle on your face, so probably your mind is gonna think about how or what kind of cosmetic you buy to erase these wrinkles, right? That's suffering. That's suffering, yeah. Or if you have good shape and now you gain some weight, and that's suffering, right? So life is full of suffering. You want something, you don't get them, that's suffering. You don't want something, you keep getting them, that's suffering. It's like today I'm feel a little bit suffer because this line or this one it doesn't go away from the beginning and it's still there. My life is about this suffering today. Suffering, not good. But whether or not I'm suffer, it depends on the viruses of the mind. Okay, the viruses of the mind is when, as I say, that we want something, we don't have them. That's suffering. But if we do not really, if we don't really want them, if we don't actually crave them, we're not going to be suffer, right? So if we meditate and we are able to stop the mind, this guy doesn't work, right? This guy not going to work. When the mind is still, craving doesn't function. Anger doesn't function. Anyone who, after the meditation, you want to punch anyone on the face? No, right? Even if you have, or if you had that anger in your mind, you probably feel, oh, I can let go. I can forgive, no problem. I forgive you because I don't get angry anymore. That's the power of the meditation. It means that when the mind stops, this guy doesn't work. And when this guy, they don't work, the right view appears. Okay, so the right view comes when you are able to stop your mind for the first time. When you're able to stop your anger, your delusion, your craving, then the right view appears. And when the right view appears, then you have the Noble Eightfold Path. That's very much for our limited time today. Okay, so I think it's Q&A time, and if you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, yeah, I'm waiting for your question.
Yes. Yes, so now it's Q&A time. So if the audience,นะคะ, if any one of you has any questions, please send in your questions in the chat box, ค่ะ. Wow, I love the session today. Long P explained the teachings really organically and authentically and so wonderful. I enjoyed it so much. Yes, we enjoyed it so much. Okay,นะคะ, the first question is how to deal with the negative thought, which always happened. Okay, the first question from
Okay.
Yeah,
From
our audience นะคะ how to deal with the negative
how to
thoughts.
deal with negative thoughts. In order to deal with negative thoughts, you know, you need to fight the negative thought with positive ones in a way that your mind will only allow one thought to remain inside of it. So if you use your mind to invest in positive thoughts, your mind is not going to have negative one for sure. At first, it might not be able well, it depends on how severe you are at the moment. Are you this severe? This one? Are you this bad? If you are in this critical conditions, you are this bad, it's gonna be harder, of course, because you're gonna have like 100% of your thoughts are toxic, right? But if you have only 2% of your thoughts toxic, very easy. Or 10% of the thought toxic, easier, right? But if majority of them are super toxic, like 90%, 100%, then my sincere, truthful suggestions is as well, in addition to meditation, you probably will consult your psychiatrist or your psychologist at least, because that's very much on like almost 100% toxic, okay? But think about our life. We have mixture of these two thoughts, right? Positive thoughts, negative ones, positive thought, negative ones, okay? So it means that you can increase the amount of time and reduce the amount of time that you will spend on negative ones. You need to understand first what kind of negative thoughts you are up to, you are about. If that is about a person, don't get close to that person. Come on, bring yourself out of that person, out of that group, out of that topic. If you have negative thoughts the whole time related to COVID-19, what about delete Facebook for a week? I did that. I just delete Facebook and YouTube, and it works because I don't need. Actually, I don't see any news or any videos about COVID at all, and I don't have any negative thoughts about related to that. You need to do this digital detoxifications and bring yourself away from the causes of the thoughts, okay? And then you have more time, and you have two choices after that. First, get yourself busy, because if you have some habits of thinking, and you're gonna keep coming back to the same thoughts. So instead of keeping yourself occupied with the thoughts, do some other hobbies like planting some trees. I'm being quarantined and locked down in my temple. What I do now is planting trees. I'm doing something I've never done before, and now my mind is starting to think more about trees. Before, I don't have any knowledge about trees at all. When I look at the trees, I know only pine trees, I know only banana trees, I know only bamboo trees, and I know nothing else about the other kinds of trees. And now I'm starting to know more. Okay, these kind of trees, these are mango trees, these are some other kinds of trees. I know more about flowers too. Just to actually start planting some seed of thoughts, and not to have the negative thoughts take over your mind, okay? But if you are 100% toxic mindset, so, well, I would suggest as well to consult psychiatrists so that there are some also additional things like pills or something like that. So that's kind of more severe case. But for majority of us, I hope not. We probably will be fine with trying to invest more on positivity. Okay.
สาธุค่ะหลวงพี่ we have one more question, and we sort of run out of time right now, so our second question is, how do we know that we are a cause of suffering already? And we might have just a little bit of time to answer this question. And yes, Ka. So quickly.
How do we know the causes of suffering?
Yeah, that we are cause of suffering.
That we are causes of suffering. Okay. Basically, the causes of suffering is your own mind. It's the viruses of the mind, not you. Okay. One thing that I like to point out, even though it might not be a direct answer to this question, is you are not the cause of suffering. The Buddha said you are not. The Buddha say your mind has the causes of suffering remaining in it. Your mind is contaminated. Okay, it means that if you are able to remove these causes of suffering or suppress or control them, you will be happier because you are not suffering. You are not the causes of suffering. You are not. Okay, it's like you are a robot or a software, a computer that is infected with viruses. Once you remove the viruses, you're gonna be fine, right? And it's like you're not COVID. If you don't have COVID virus inside you, you're gonna be healthy, right? That's it. That's the answer. You're not suffering. You're not the causes of suffering either. The mind has the causes of suffering. Okay.
Yes, wow, wonderful answer, Kasatu. Yes,